I continued until COVID was over and I had to go back to my life. And it was amazing. I can tell you it was amazing because I made profits. Hello, my beautiful viewer. I want to believe that you're doing good. Welcome back. This is the House of Point, where we definitely say it as it is. I'm so glad that we've met today, and today we're going to be a little more serious, but not really serious that you're going to be bored. Okay, I want to give a warm welcome to the people who are joining us for the very first time. You're very much welcomed. You're very much welcomed. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ensure that you hit on that subscription button. If you've not, give it a like and we shall continue. So I've been thinking and I've said, as I'm sharing my story, it is good for us to have another base of foundation. The other time I spoke about the journey of faith and how my relationship with God has been from the beginning and what has been able to strengthen me. And I really narrowed it down for you to be able to understand that above all there is a supreme being that rules over my life. And I don't know about you, you should be having a supreme person who rules over your life, and let it be God. So today we are going now to focus on another thing that makes life more meaningful and more accessible whenever we want to have it. You've ever been in a position where you need something to have and for that thing to be called your own. So for the thing to change possession, there is an exchange that happens, the exchange of money. So money carries value, and today we want to see on how are we going to make this money to get a sense of belonging. How do we associate with money and become friends? That is what we are going to talk about, because without money, life is meaningless. Without God, first and foremost, and then without money, life becomes meaningless. You can agree with me unto that. Focusing on how life has been on my side, I came to learn about the value of money, not now, but I did learn about money long ago. Long ago, when I used to be sent to the bank and take my dad's and do some deposits in the bank, because my dad entrusted me in that. My dad taught me about the concept of money and what money means. I used to be given 10 shillings and 20 shillings, and I will take a matatu to the next town so that I can be able to go and do some banking. While I was going to banking, my focus was changed, because I have a sense of belonging that I'm supposed to take good care of this money that I was given to go and give a deposit. And when I will enter that bank, of course, the paper was filled for me. So what I had to do, it was just to go and queue. When I'm queuing, I used to observe the tellers and the people wearing suits walking around the bank, and I would admire what they are doing. I would admire their work. And I remember one teller asking me, because I was very short, I remember one teller asking me, "Hi girl, what will you like to be when you're old?" I told her, "I want to be like you." And she was just amused and she smiled back and she continued making the transaction. So why did I want to be like her? I wanted to be like her because I love how she counts the money. Every person that is queuing there and going there, they're going to give her some money and she will count the money. There is a machine that counts the money, runs the money. And I loved the experience, and I thought that this is what they earn. The whole money that they're given. I didn't know much about money. And the story continues, and I go back to my dad's business, and he trains me, we work together, and that is where my basis for money factor came in. So now, This is the deal for today. We want to see on how do we make money to be our friends. So if I made money my friend by then and I did not understand really much about the concept of money, then what does it mean? And what does it mean now that I have an understanding of what money is? When I'm talking about money, I do not want to go deeper. There is a video that I did about the importance or why you're supposed to be saving or what is saving. Yeah, so what is savings? But today, based on my story, I want to tell you that you have to get money and you have to keep some money aside for you to have a future that is bright. Okay, you have to have a direction. When you set money aside, it gives you a sense of direction, and you're not using money anyhowly, because you will get the urge of ownership, and you're going to get this control over it, but not it controlling you. You've heard of several money talks where they are saying that money is not, you're not supposed to be working for money, but money is supposed to be working for you. And when I've heard that saying the very first time, I did not really understand how is it that money can work for me and not me working for money. Well, we have to begin from somewhere. Everyone has to begin from somewhere. Today, I do not know how much you have or how much you're earning. It does not matter the amount. The number does not matter. Are you earning a 6-figure? Are you earning a 5-figure, a 4-figure? I do not know. But whatever figure you are earning, I will not give you the hard part of it. I will not give you a concept. But I want you to get a percentage of what you're getting out of that earning, and make it a responsibility, a personal responsibility, to put some money aside from the percentage that you have agreed to with yourself. Okay, so one time I was very good at tithing, and I used to tithe whenever okay, for the better part of my life, I have been on employment. And the moment I used to receive my salary, the first thing or the first money I used to set aside, it was my tithing money. And then I will go to paying rent and the other bills. I pay my other bills, and whatever I remain with, I will probably put it, and then I'll be reusing it in the course of the month when I am running low of cash. Because you see, when you're in employment, you will receive money once, possibly on the second, or some days from 1st to 5th, and during the other days you will not be having a flow of money. So I will divide this money, and I say that I'm putting aside. So definitely I've paid up my rent, I've done my shopping, and the other bills that I have to pay that were in need on that particular month. So the other portion that I was left with, it is the money that was going to run me throughout the month. I believe that you're getting what I'm saying. So that is what used to be my case, and I did that repeatedly, month after a month, month after a month. And then I came to the realization that I needed to start up a business, and I had to have money. And now I don't have money, because whatever I'm receiving, it is very small. So I want you to listen to my story very well. So whatever I was getting, it was very small, very minimal. But I never ever skipped paying my tithe. So I used to pay up the tithe. So after paying the tithe, the cycle continued. And now the first idea that came in my mind is that I needed to run something. I needed to run a certain business. So how do I get money? So that is where now I started doing my research, and the people that were around me, they fortunately were my clients in that business, and I questioned, how do you go about your savings? So it is good to ask. So I asked them, how do you go about your saving? Because they work for the government, but they are the people in the government sector who are paid less. Yeah, and we know them of borrowing. They borrow much than they get, because every money that they run their businesses with or their daily activities, it is out of borrowed money. So I asked them, how do you do it? And they were kind enough, and one of them directed me and encouraged me and spoke me into the savings program. So I had to join a circle. So after joining the circle, I was supposed to deposit 500, minimum amount of 500 per month. And that was fair. It was a fair deal for me. So why am I saving this 500? I was saving the 500 so that I can be able to accumulate my money, because after saving this 500 for a consecutive number of months, I am qualified to get a loan. And for me to get a loan in a circle, I need guarantors, and the guarantors, I already had the guarantors. So my journey was a bit swift. So I joined the circle, and now I introduce another habit in my life, the habit of saving the 500 shillings. So I will save the 500 shillings, and it became something, and it became a culture in me that I have to save. So this is what I'm saying, that you have to begin somewhere. You've got to begin somewhere. If you have not begun, if there is nothing you're putting aside, please set something aside, because you cannot tell me that you don't have goals. You cannot tell me that your mind is just comforted in the employment sector, or you as a self-employed person, whatever you're getting today, that is just enough for you, that you do not have goals. You're supposed to be having goals. Goals will help you to plan your future. They're going to help you realign your life, and they're going to help you become a good spender of money, because money, it's about how you treat it. Money is how you program it. Okay, the moment you receive money, if I receive 10,000 right now and another person 10,000 right now, it is my habit that is going to dictate how I'm going to use this money and for how long I'm going to be clinging on to these 10,000 shillings. And the same case happens to the other person. So if my habits are bad, I'm going to spend my money, and within 3 days or maybe less than 1 week, I don't have anything. I don't have money. Yes. And the other person will probably be having some money set aside, because they know the culture of saving. So I'm here, my friend, to talk about the culture of saving, as you've heard. Okay, so, and after that, I want to give you some of the do's and don'ts when you're saving and when you're not saving. So it is very important for you to realize where you're saving your money in. So what is your goal? You have to have a goal. You have to have a goal. So what is your objective? So are you saving to go to school? Are you saving to maybe educate someone for school fees, maybe for your children's school fees? Are you saving to start up a business? Or are you saving to buy maybe a house? Yeah, what is your goal? What is your motive? Your motive has to be clear, because if you do not have a goal, then you do not have the zeal. There is no force that is pushing you from within that makes you to save up that money. And that is why you will hear someone say, why do I save? Tomorrow can sort itself out. Yes, they say so because that is what they believe in. So you have to have a goal. After having a goal, now look at the organization or the institution that you're going to use for you to save up your money, all right? Depending on your goal. So do you want to make it long term, or do you want to make it short term? That one you decide depending on the goal that you have. Because if you're planning to probably build or buy a house, you can set maybe a long-term goal of probably 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years. But if it is for school fees, you can plan yourself to probably do it short term, maybe 1 year or maybe 6 months, depending on how the school fees deal is for you. And again, if you're saving up for a business, what is your motive? What is your motive? And now let me come straight to the business, because that is where my goal was. So I want to use that direct example. So when you want to save up money for setting up your business, you have to know, you have to have a number. So how much do you want? How much is your business capital likely to be? Get the number, figure out this. Do you want to go the circle way? Do you want to go the bank way? Or how do you want to go through it? After you have identified, before you save up, get to know the policies, or yes, the policies, the rules and regulations of that institution that you're involving yourself with, and then check their performance. How have they been performing in the past few years? Okay, because remember, this is your hard-earned money. You have to put it somewhere that is secure. I know there are risks. Risks are involved, and when it comes to money, we have got very, very high risks. So where are you going to save up your money? You have to identify where. Okay, after you have identified, you've known the credentials of that institution, and you're ready to go. Now check, after saving up this money, will I be needing a top-up amount, or will I work with what I shall have saved? Because, for example, me joining a circle, I was joining a circle so that my money can be able to earn interest, after which I could be able to attain. I was in a position to attain a loan 3 times of what I have saved. Yeah, 3 times of what I had saved. So that is what I wanted, because if I was not saving up much, and I had given myself, I guess, 1 year. I had given myself, was it 1 year? Yeah, probably 1 year. So 1 year times 500. So we have 12 times 500, and then I give it a times 3. So at times 3, and then I was good to go and start up my business, of which I was going the farming way. I wanted to do farming, or that was my objective. So I was looking at those figures, and I'm saying, wow, this one, it will be good for me. So you have to check the institution that you're involving yourself in. What do they offer? Okay, get to familiarize with yourself with what they are offering. Do not make the mistake of just going and saving up your money, and you do not know how your money is gaining interest, how your money is being surfaced around, and what your return. Okay, you have to see the return before even you save up. So select a number of financial institutions and do your research. Do your due diligence. Okay, do your due diligence unto that. After you have done that, now go up and save. After you've started saving, now here is where you're going to discipline yourself. You're going to discipline yourself to be saving no matter what. And how do you do this? Now you're going to train yourself and to bear it in mind that saving, it is like, say, paying up a bill. Put it as a bill that you must pay. I told you that I had to pay up my tithe. It was the first thing that I had to pay, and then my bills. So now put up saving as a bill that you must pay. You see how you pay up your rent? Yeah, for those who are paying rent, how you pay up for that a bill, electricity bill, the water bill, how you treat those bills like it is a must pay. Yeah, that is the way that you're going to work with your saving plan. Give it a responsibility, a must do every month. And I tell you, when you have that habit, you're going to be very far, and you're going to congratulate yourself because of how good you shall have learned. After that is done, now you're good to go. What you'll be doing is now, what happens is that now you have the urge to work harder, so that you can be accumulating your savings. That is what happens. Because the moment you're working hard and you're saving up something, you'll be motivated to work even harder. You'll be really motivated, okay, to work even harder. That is number one. So we've talked about saving. So let us come to another angle of focus that needs your financial attention. This is your health insurance bill. Your health insurance bill. That is another bill that you're supposed to be putting aside each and every month. So if you're not in a government institution, if you're not in a private institution that pays it for you direct from your salary without it touching you, then please put it to your point of attention that you have to pay up your bill. I don't know the company, you choose the company, okay? You choose the company, but you have to do it. We do not know about our tomorrow, and we do not save up because we are praying for us to be sick. Definitely not. But we are saving up so that just in case, we can be able to have something and not be strained so much. Because you see, health comes with a lot of complications when it is not taken good care of. When you are unhealthy and you don't have money put aside, it means that you have to go borrowing. You have to go seeking, even if it is a very small amount of money that needs to be paid up in that hospital, for that hospital bill, you'll have to borrow. But if you have something put aside, at least you can pay up your medical bills. You can pay up for your medical bills, if you're a family person, for your children, okay? It is good. It is very good. And as you formulate the two that I've spoken about, me, I'm telling you something that have worked for me, okay? This is my story. When you formulate those two things and they stick with you, I tell you that you're going to be one of the happiest persons there is, one of the happiest people that exist, because you do not have fear. You have a security, okay? You have something that is likely to save you when you're down. You don't have to go announcing to everyone of how much or how you're saving, no. But if someone asks for assistance on, wow, how are you doing it, share, yeah, share it. So what has savings taught me? Saving has taught me that independence is real, and when you need that money, it is available for you whenever you need it. And it has taught me that problems erupt at any given time. They don't knock. Problems don't knock. Hardships will not inform you when they are coming. They won't. So you have to save up. So while I was saving up in this circle, I began my farming, but not with the borrowed money. Somehow you see the urge to hard work. Somehow I got some other deals aside, and I began my farming with the little that I had, and I was planning to add up to what I had in the process. So this is where now my circle money is going to help me. COVID hits. When COVID hits, And we are in the process of COVID. Yes, you have to change town, and a lot happened. And I shift into another town, and I have now to withdraw my money and start up a business. I start up my business during the COVID, and as people were saying that COVID was the best thing that happened to their lives, I can also say the same. I withdraw my money, and I go back to the village. I begin my business, and it thrived for that period of time that we were under lockdown. So that is where my money comes to help me. That is where I come to see, wow, so I've been doing something good. So I use my money for the betterment of the life and the situation. And we did not lack food. We did not lack anything during that COVID period. And I continued until COVID was over, and I had to go back to my life. And it was amazing. I can tell you it was amazing because I made profits. Because when you make profits, it feels so good. And now the best part of this story is that now saving money has been my number one thing to do. And that is why I've come to share with you, my viewer. Saving is the number one thing that I have learned to do. That no matter what, I must save up something. No matter how small, I must save up something. I must save up something. I've done a lot. I've done quite a number of things as a result of my saving, because I normally get my duration. So there's a duration. I either have a maybe 6 month or maybe a 12 month for me to be able to do things that are direct, or the things that are supposed to be done now. Okay, so there's a lot that we can talk about money, but my objective today was to come and tell you that saving works and saving saves. Okay, saving works and saving saves. Right now, you're a young person and you're getting money. Money is coming your way. You're getting deals left, right, and center. Please don't use up your money, all of it. Don't use the entire money knowing that you're going to get other deals tomorrow. You don't know about tomorrow. The moment by the COVID hit, there is no one that knew such a thing would have erupted, but it did, and it hit the world. It hit the world. When you get that amount, please save up. Please save up. It will help you somewhere. It will help you someday. So that is what I had for you right now, and may you be able to get that in point and to a perspective of understanding, because everyone right now is talking about money and savings. It's not like Kitambo, where no one used to talk really out loud about money and savings. Please visit those channels that they're talking about money, the finance-based channels. Get to research on them, okay? Get to research on what is the benefits of money and why it is good for you to be able to get money. So for other money tips, I'm going to share a link. I'm going to share a link on my description, and visit that link if you want to learn about money tips. If you want, you really want to save up, but you don't know how you're going to start, or you don't know how to go about it, please, you can be able to learn a lot also from there. Life is a learning, life is a process, and characters on money depend a lot, or they really define who you are. They really define of who you're going to be tomorrow. Okay, I don't if today I'm just in question of, if today I was asked how much are you worth, I don't know how I can be able to respond that, because I don't have much. but I have something. I don't have much, but I have knowledge. And I'm walking the process. I'm walking the process, because even the millionaires and the billionaires that we have around, they began from somewhere. Please wake up and do something. Wake up and do something. For you who is at home, you're watching me and there is nothing you're doing, totally nothing. You're just waking up in the morning, do your daily routines, and there is nothing of value that you're adding in your life. Please wake up. The time is now, okay? The time is now. Wake up and do something. Go look for a job if you do not have a job. See how you can be able to better your life. But this story of us engaging in activities that are not leading, I know the economy is harsh, but please, despite the harshness of this economy, ensure that you do something. Ensure that you do something that is going to bring money to you. Remember, if you do not have money, you do not have wealth. And if you do not have wealth, then your generation is lost, okay? You do not have even a generation. You do not have something that you will leave behind as a legacy of what you did. There's nothing that will be measurable to the efforts that you made, the days that you woke up very early in the morning to go work, and then in the evening there is nothing. Not so good. Not so good. It's not something that is so good. So this is the House of Point, where we say it as it is. If you were blessed, if you are challenged, or if you were educated by this part of my story, this is episode 4. And for more episodes, ensure that you subscribe to the channel, you give it a like, and you give it a comment. So until next time, see you.